Where's the stream at? There it is. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to TPL Live. Today we are breaking down and reacting to the Sixers first round draft pick. Guys, hit mute if you're not live. Guys, everybody hit mute. I'm getting a lot of feedback. We are going to talk about our just top reactions. We're going to grade the Philadelphia 76ers selection here. Guys, joining me today, let's start off with Mark. You know him as a Tough Cover podcast. What's up, Mark?
Yeah, man, there's some guys on the board here. I'm excited.
All right, lots and lots of guys available. We're just a few picks away. I'm going to throw it to Joey. Joey, follow him on Twitter at JoeyD_6. Joey, how you doing, man?
I'm drenched in sweat right now, but I'm having a fun time. And like my guy Mark said, there are a lot of guys that I didn't expect to be here still on the board. So this is going to get interesting, man.
Yep. Let's move on to Tiago. You know him as our draft guru. Follow him on Twitter at TScabia. What's up, Tiago? You're muted, bro.
I am crushed, man. Our guy Grimes is off the board. So, but like they said, there's stuff out there for him to take. So let's see what more has in store here.
And then we have Austin. I think he's just chilling right now. I'm sure he's coming back in a little bit, guys. Let's go. Let's talk about vibes. We're just a few picks away. Let's lead off with Tiago. Who is your guy right now, based on the board that has fallen to the Sixers? Where are you going if you're Daryl Morey right now?
I mean, I'm gonna look at my board right now, and I was a Grimes guy. He's off the board. I've been a huge Isaiah Todd guy. I think he's gonna be the steal of the draft, but Cam Thomas sitting out here right now, close to pick 28, man. It's going to be tough to say no to Cam Thomas right now. This guy is a microwave scorer, can give you 15 points off the bench in a heartbeat. So, shot selection aside, I think the Sixers have a potential explosive scorer sitting right there for them to take.
What about you, Mark? Who is your guy at pick number 28 for the Sixers?
It's Cam Thomas. It's Cam Thomas all the way. He's my guy in this draft in general. I definitely did not think he was going to be here at this point. And the number one thing that he would bring to this team is getting to the foul line. Any of those games in that Atlanta series where it felt like we went 10 game minutes without getting to the foul line at times, especially when Joel wasn't in the game. And he would absolutely bring an end to that, especially off the bench. I think he is the prototypical sixth man that you would want. I see so many guys in him. Like you see Sexton in him in the way that he's just a dog and he goes and gets a bucket. You see DeRozan in him in the way that he goes and gets to the line. But the guy who I think he resembles most and probably like almost close to a median outcome for me, I think he's got a lot of Karis LeVert in his game. I think that's someone he could turn into and probably a better version of in terms of getting to the line, maybe a bit less efficient from three. But Cam Thomas is my dream scenario. Jared Butler's not far behind. Those would be my top two guys, and then Ayo Dosunmu would be right there.
Diverse says Cam Thomas. William Bucher says Butler, Thomas, Bones. Joey, who is your guy for the Sixers right now? What's your gut feeling? The pick is in for the Clippers. We're getting close to the Sixers that are on the clock.
Man, I would love for them to get Jared Butler, even though I don't think he's going to be. I think he'll be taken before 28. But man, I would love Jared Butler on this team. I mean, you talk about he has the ability, like Cam Thomas, to get a bucket when you need him to. He can shoot off the dribble. He can spot up. He can do what you need. But he also improved as a playmaker throughout his tenure at Baylor. He won't be making any of the advanced reads, but he'll be making simple reads out of pick and rolls that you need him to make. And I think he'll be able to hold his own on the defensive end as well. So I would love to see Jared Butler fall to 28. And if he's not there, Deuce McBride would also be a great add as another ball handler to have off the bench and give spot minutes to. So if it's not Butler,
Who did
Bones?
Where did Bones go to?
Denver at 26.
God damn it, Denver. They're always
This Clippers pick is Quentin Grimes. It's to New York, Dibs.
Yeah.
At 25. So the number 26 pick is Bones to Denver. So there's only one pick before the Sixers.
Island. Wow. So I was actually going to add an entire thing on Bones Highland here about my gut feeling. I mean, I'm going to just obviously for me now, it's either Cam Thomas or Jared Butler. Everyone talked about Cam Thomas. Jared Butler, what I think is so impressive about him is as good as he is on ball, I think he is as good off ball. He's one of the best catch and shoot shooters in the entire draft. So that's something that is clearly appealing for Joel Embiid, just being able to play on and off the ball and make an impact, be efficient. So I'm going to go Jared Butler here for the Sixers. What about you, Austin?
I'm going to go. Let's see here.
I'm pissed.
Ayo Dosunmu.
Dosunmu.
hours to practice the name, and you still got it.
Little known National Player of the Year candidate from last year.
You had your perfect moment.
I had
your
the
perfect
phonetic.
moment.
I had the phonetic. It's Ayo Dosunmu.
Ayo Dosunmu.
I thought you were going to go the Villanova route.
But I also love Ayo. Someone asked how about Ayo Dosunmu, and I mentioned it earlier when we talked about Davion Mitchell. A lot of people, knock Ayo Dosunmu for being a bit older, but you look at him throughout his years in college, and he got better at what he needed to become a more viable NBA draft prospect. And I believe in the shot. The mechanics look there to me. I don't see any reason why the shot is fake. I think. Yeah, with Ayo. I think the shot is real to me. I believe in the junior year 3-point percentage, and he became a passable 3-point shooter, and obviously he's so excellent in other areas, being a prototypical prototypical point guard, and also being able to cover ones and twos. He's very versatile defensively, so I think he can do a bit of everything.
Guys, if you guys are watching. Go ahead, Austin.
Sorry. I have some concerns. Number one, misses short often, which means to me that he doesn't generate a lot of power from his lower body, a lot of upper body movement, which I mean is fine, but I don't see there being a balance there. If he ever has a significant injury, I don't know what happened to. I don't know what happens with the shot. I also think that defenders go under screens on him pretty often, which to me means that they don't trust his shot, and if they don't trust his shot, it tells me maybe he could be a little more confident, and that concerns me. But those are things I think you can grow into.
Yeah, one thing I love about Ayo is that as a cutter, I think he's got great potential. So off the ball, I think he's got fantastic cutting potential, strong, can finish at the rim. If the Sixers ever decide to incorporate motion in their offense, he would be a great asset to that.
Yeah.
To Austin's point, missing short is definitely a concern with him. That's something I noticed as well. But the thing that you mentioned about going under on screens, I think that has more to do with how deadly him and Kofi Cockburn were in the pick and roll last year, and how they were able to get to the rim at will. So I don't think it had a lot to do with not defending the 3-point shot. I think it had a lot more to do with they were getting eaten alive on oops to Kofi, or just getting inside from Ayo.
I'm embarrassed by this, but I was like probably a week. I was a 24 and 360 something days old when I realized that it was not Kofi Cockburn. So that was
I love that. I love that.
We have
it should be Kofi Cockburn.
We have some comments here. Adversity Captain, thanks for joining. It says this draft sucks.
Yeah,
is off the board. We all hear that, man. William Bucher says, if we draft Butler, it's only fair he gets Jimmy's old number, so my jersey is valid. I love that comment. That's terrific. After watching Grimes go to the Knicks, I have no faith. Doom and gloom there. Welcome. That fits right in with Sixers. And then recycled jersey, great idea.
That made me think of, because I have a Butler jersey, I have a Redick jersey, and I'm probably going to have a Simmons jersey that are all going to be going to waste.
You sure how to pick them.
All right, so we are waiting what now? Who's on the board? Number 27's on the board, correct?
Yes, that is Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is on the board, and now we're just awaiting the announcement. So, guys, we're reacting this naturally. If you're watching, please be sure to smash that like button. This is the NBA draft. We do these all the time. You're at the right channel. Guys, Please be sure to smash that like button, show the love, spread the love. Follow everybody here that is joining tonight. Mark Henry Jr. At Mark Henry Jr. _ Tough Cover Podcast. Follow them. Follow Austin Krell at NBA Krell, the Feed to NBA podcast right there. Tiago, follow him on Twitter at tscabia, and then Joey D at Joey D _6. Amazing creators here. Just spread the love. Spread the love. This is NBA Draft. This Christmas Day. It's about spreading the love.
Yeah.
So you should. This would have been a good all brand for you moment to bring back the show you love trademark. So
that's my favorite slogan.
That's still the best slogan they've ever come up with.
That's phenomenal.
All right, so the pick is in for the Nuggets. We already got the pick. Now we're just waiting. And all right. So what we're gonna do here with the Sixers, we're gonna grade the pick. We're gonna talk about how he fits with the Sixers, and then we're just gonna wrap it up and go back to our original stream. Yes, Tiago.
No, it's okay.
All right, so that's what we're doing here, guys. If you're watching us live, also grade the pick. I want to hear what your thoughts on the pick is here. And I'm really hurt here because I thought Bones Highland would be a great fit with the Sixers. He was in my tier 2, but Bones Highland, man, just one of the best floor spacers in the draft. Change of pace, point guard, guy, secondary ball handler. That would be, just a great and fun watch here in Philadelphia. So it sucks to see him go. 6'11" wingspan. Just oodles and oodles of shooting. So it just sucks to see him taken here by the Denver Nuggets because that was my number 2 on my big board. Anyway, now we're I guess, do we know the selection for number 27?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, we're still waiting.
I'm still shocked that the guys, like especially that Butler and Cam Thomas, are still.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
it's got to be Cam Thomas. I think we all should be really happy if it's Cam Thomas here at number 28. That's insane.
I'm not afraid to say it. I have no credibility to lose here. I'm getting wasted tonight if it's Cam Thomas. I don't even drink. I'm not like a drinker at all. But I'm getting drunk if we draft Cam Thomas. That would be the 3rd straight year that we got my number 1 target. 2 years ago it was Matisse. Last year it was Maxey. If they got Cam Thomas this year, I think that I'm pulling some strings that I don't even know I'm pulling.
All right, guys.
Either Butler, Thomas, or McBride would be A+ picks.
I'm a big fan of McBride. McBride was on my big board too. I love his on-ball potential, defensively and offensively. I love this.
I think McBride is more playing ready than Thomas is because he does it on both ends. Thomas has still got a long way to go defensively, and McBride can come in and give you some defensive value.
McBride also the number 1 thing McBride brings, in my opinion, is the lack of turnovers. He's able to control the ball. He's able to create for others, and he doesn't turn the ball over. His assist to turnover ratio was outrageous.
Yeah, he was. It was like over 4, I think, or something like that, right?
Something crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, Justin, I picked Day'Ron Sharpe to go here, but the way that the night is going, I don't think it's going to be Day'Ron Sharpe.
It could be Isaiah Todd. Could be the guy Tiago likes. I've heard.
You know what?
Screw
it. Give me a Villanova guy. Give me one Nova guy.
JRE.
He's not the guy to take right now.
No.
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. I'll say.
JRE. Absolutely not.
I wouldn't hate it.
Of course you wouldn't.
But there's 1,
Look
2,
at your hat.
3. That's fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is really entertaining radio with me counting. 5 guys ahead of JRE, so it's not that crazy. I have him 6 overall available for me.
So you
I don't really care, honestly.
I did not have JRE in my 2nd round big board at all. I don't see where he fits in the NBA. I don't.
He'll go probably late 2nd round.
I think he's. I said it on our pod. He reminds me of Dario a bit. I could see a lot of Dario in him.
Chris, there's not a tinge of bias in that opinion either, is there?
Just a smudge.
Oh, I'm admitting my full bias on JRE above anyone else in the draft. I just think he's a guy I want to bet on.
I was brutally honest with Tiago. I was brutally honest with Mark on talking about JRE. yeah, I definitely prefaced it like Villanova.
All right, Mark.
No,
Cam Thomas.
Why would they freaking take Cam Thomas?
All right, Jared Butler it is. Why is Brooklyn taking?
Why would they take
Cam
Cam
Thomas?
Thomas? They got a bunch of ball stoppers on that team. What?
Oh man. All right. I'm sorry.
All right, Cam Thomas goes
no.
to the Brooklyn Nets, which leaves Jared Butler, Miles McBride, and I think those are the top two. Am I wrong?
For me,
yeah.
It would be so funny if the Sixers got another Butler.
For me, it's Jared Butler, Ayo, McBride, and Springer are the four guys that I would really like here.
All right,
Yeah.
no, it's 100% Jared Butler here. That's got
he's my number one guy.
It's got to be Jared Butler here.
Well,
I'll be really happy with Jared Butler if they make
I
this.
would, but is
They're
he
trading
healthy?
the pick. Just
Woj needs to chill with these tweets. Brooklyn is keeping its pick at number 27 for now because LSU's Cam Thomas is still on the board. Just chill. Chill.
Is Butler healthy? That's what I want to know because he should have gone much higher than this.
Totally.
If the Sixers don't take
gutted.
him, then there's something really wrong.
I'm gutted. That I talked myself into believing he'd be there. That's terrible. I never do that either. Ugh.
Yeah. All right, guys. Now the Sixers are about to go on the clock here. Rufus says, "What is going on?" Did I not say this is murder's row when you get into this area of the draft? There's just a lot of great Sixers targets here, and sure enough, we just had a good one just go off the board in Cam Thomas. Rufus said he wanted Quentin Grimes. I fully agree. Rob Smith says, do they pick the guy best for the current team or with the guy with the most upside? Butler is young to match with Maxey. It looks like Ben Butler is all in with Jared Butler. Mike D says, give me Ayo Dosunmu. So
I would love that.
Here we go. Here we
you
go,
know what?
guys.
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
I don't see it.
I don't see Ayo at all.
Neither do I. I don't think it'll happen, but I like him.
I think the right pick is Ayo.
Ayo?
Really?
I would go if I had to. My top two are easily Deuce McBride and Jared Butler. I think that is the best bet for the Sixers. Then again, what about you, Tiago? What's your gut feeling right now?
I mean, my gut feeling is Butler, and I think it's a great fit. If you're looking at high upside, Isaiah Todd, man, I've been on that wagon since day one. I think this guy's a first-round talent, and he's going to be the steal of the draft. So, but we'll see.
If I had to guess who it is, I would probably guess Miles McBride at this point.
Miles McBride too is a good choice.
But I would prefer Butler or Dosunmu only. I would prefer Butler or Ayo only slightly. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I like Schwarber. I have him in fantasy. I hope he's back soon. But I would say Jared Butler 1, Ayo 2, Miles McBride 3, Jaden Springer 4, and those would be the only 4 guys that I would be happy with here.
Rufus.
So they're going to take Sharif then.
Yeah, I have a feeling. Yeah, but the last 2 years they've made me happy. I can't be too upset if they do.
Marky Mark says I will get drunk for Mark for Sixers not getting Cam Thomas. Mike D also wants Ayo. Samuel says I feel we're going to get Cooper. So here we go, guys. Sixers are about to. I guess the Woj and Shams are about to announce the Sixers pick here within the next few minutes, guys. This is really exciting. So for me, it's Jared Butler. I think everyone kind of is thinking the same way. So here we go, guys. Stay tuned. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Cooper got to the line a lot more than I thought. Maybe I'll have to rethink this whole Sharif Cooper thing.
He's got great vision, man. I'm telling you.
No, I knew that. I just didn't know. I didn't know he got to the line that much. Oh, it's impressive.
I'm just thinking right now of just the sheer lack of ball movement on the Nets with Cam Thomas now in the fold.
Who needs ball movement when you just score?
Like the first time Cam Thomas takes a shot, like 10 seconds of shot clock, Kevin Durant's going to death stare him into like next season. It's gonna be like, what are you doing? Why are you shooting the ball from that court?
They're
All right,
taking every second here.
Sixers are. How much time do you have on your end, Mark? Because I
3
got
minutes 30.
I have 3 minutes. I have 3 minutes and 7 seconds.
Yeah, so I'm behind.
I'm in the middle.
Rob Smith says Cooper is an amazing passer, 23% 3-point shooting. We need complimentary pieces.
I think Keith Pompey is tipping him off.
He said Springer.
Jaden Springer.
Springer.
Well, I would like that. I would like that.
I've heard, unless it's Woj Shams, it's not official yet.
I really hope Pompey's wrong, kind of, but I wouldn't mind it.
Ben says picking ball handler opens up. Shake and Maxi trades. Keith thinks Jaden Springer from Justin. Mike D says Maury is still trying to trade the pick. All right,
Springer's a guy who has high upside as a young guy, and I also think he's someone who can step in and play right away because of
it's 100%
how good he is defensively. I like this pick. I mean, it's not my favorite. It's not. I would rather Butler, Ayo, or McBride, even though I have Springer ranked higher than McBride. I wouldn't hate the pick at all. They would be getting my number 18 prospect at 28.
What about you, Austin? Quick thoughts?
I think it's going to be Springer.
Yeah. All right. William Bucher.
I know people like Keith who do, and Keith is fine to do it this way. That's his shtick, his style. But typically, people who are told that they'll like ride it as if it's like they're speculating, and then it ends up becoming true. So that's kind of I think what he's doing here.
Yeah, he said hearing the Sixers will draft Jaden Springer.
Who said that?
Keith.
All right. Rob says, can Philly really deal with a good passer that can't shoot?
I wouldn't say can't shoot. He shot 44% from three. It's just that he didn't shoot it a lot.
This will be hilarious if it's not Springer right now.
Yeah. Oh my God. You don't want to. I might have to log off because I'll be too mean to Keith Pompey. But
Keith might have to like block Mark for a couple days.
Oh, I don't know how I'm not blocked.
Justin saying it's Springer. Anybody confirm that?
It looks like it's Springer. I'm looking right now.
I don't see the Woj or Shams tweet yet, but yeah, I can't imagine that they're wrong at this point.
I don't see anything. Of course, we did not cover him, Tiago.
I told you guys to.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely talks that he was going to go way up in the draft. So, but we all watched him to some degree. He's got good floor spacing potential right away, man.
Keith said Sixers are now fielding calls.
Really?
Oh my God, Keith, you loser! If they don't pick him.
No,
oh
they got
my
Springer.
God,
No, it's Springer. Shams.
There we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Okay, good for Keith. I like
Good
Springer.
for the
I'm the
Sixers,
highest here on
man.
Springer, I imagine.
Why? What you want, buddy? Huh?
Oh,
There he
You
is.
guessed on the stream. I like it.
all right. It's official. It's about to be official. The Sixers are about to select Jaden Springer here with the
Keith just said Sixers just decided to stick with Springer.
All right, let's go a quick round. Any thoughts quick on Jaden Springer before we turn back to our NBA draft watch party? Floor is yours, guys. Who wants to talk?
I'll talk. He gets to the line really well. So a lot of people are questioning his shot. He barely shot it in his only year at Tennessee. He only shot 2.8 threes per 40 per game, but he did shoot it at a 44%. And the thing that we always look at free throw percentage as indicative of how that 3-point shot is going to be. And he was an efficient volume free throw shooter. So I think he will be able to get to the line at the next level. He's an uber athlete, 6'4" guard. So he should be able to defend both positions. I'm confident in the shot. I don't think it's as broken as some other people seem to. I'm confident in the shot mechanics. He didn't shoot it a lot, but that'll really make or break him. What that shot is, obviously, from three, that'll probably determine what type of player he is. But outside of that, I don't really have many concerns. I think he's a good passer. I think he can create for others. I think he's going to be a bulldog on defense that can defend both guard positions.
What about you, Tiago? Any thoughts on Jaden Springer here? Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, so as I'm about to tweet out, one of the things I noticed when I watched him play was the ability to really impact off the ball. Strong player, very strong. Could finish at the rim. I didn't see that on ball like elite explosiveness, but he will fight through screens and really fight through contact and finish very well at the rim. I believe in the shot off the ball, average 1.0 points per spot up possession. That's good for 70th percentile in the NCAA. So I think there's obvious things to work with right away, and I think he's going to be able to contribute pretty early, assuming that, again, Doc likes to play rookies. So.
Anybody else have thoughts on Jaden Springer here?
I think he has really. Well, no, Joe, you go ahead.
No. I think I mean, I didn't think he was going to drop this far. I think it's a great pick. I mean, he's a bulldog on defense too. I mean, he really good on ball defender. He could be a really good point of attack defender at the guard position. And like Thiago Marquinhos at, he's super strong. So when he drives to the hole, he's pretty good at finishing. I think that people were just skeptical of the shot because it was such a small sample size from 3-point range, especially. But I think it should translate as well. That's a really good value pick for them.
It is very good pick.
All right, let me bring this up real quick. I'm just gonna show up some synergy stats, just so we can look at it. What he's gonna bring here to the Philadelphia 76ers. There it is. This is what we saw from Tennessee. Let's get rid of this. So where he thrives here is in transition. Love to see that. 84th percentile there. Does well in transition. Cutting to the basket. Does well there. Majority of the time here, spot up. Very good. Let's go to his catch and shoot, which is always vital when it comes to the Sixers and Joel Embiid. Here it is. Catch and shoot is pretty good. Yeah, it's all right. There it is. 10 for 28. Not a lot.
Yeah, so limited.
Very limited.
So
go ahead.
So one of the things that the synergy stuff showed, I mean, I really see him run a lot of pick and roll. So that's something that I want to see him under that structure. I didn't see that dynamic passing vision that a guy like Sharif Cooper had. So I do wonder if the Sixers plan, at least in the short term, is to have him run less on the ball stuff, or if maybe they kind of see him as a 2-guard who can grow into a kind of 2-guard type body. So I'm not as high on him as a creator, facilitator, but I mean, I wasn't as high on Maxey as that as well, and I thought he made tremendous leaps throughout the year. So maybe Springer will have some of the similar type growth with the Sixers.
Yeah, I don't. You're right. I don't think Tennessee runs a lot of pick and roll. I think that's Rick Barnes' system, but I really like his ability to find guys in the corner. It felt like he was doing that a lot at Tennessee. They take a lot of corner threes, and I felt his driving kick game was really good. I think he can be a primary ball handler personally. I think he's a combo guard, but he doesn't have special vision. It's not like he has that Sharif Cooper vision like that you were talking about. I agree there for sure, but I think he's got such high upside everywhere else, and that I don't think he's, I don't think he's lacking in those areas and being a point guard. I think he's just not, special in those areas, which you may not need if you're so good and versatile defensively and if the shot is legitimate. But like I said before, I really do think that the most translatable thing will be the fact that he's able to get to the line so at such a high clip and then shoot it efficiently from the line. That's going to help this team so much.
All right, let's go quick grades and then we'll wrap it up. For me, I'm going to go like a B- for this. Like you said, Mark, obviously he gets to the rim really well, but I can't ignore the fact that there are true offensive weapons. Guys, hit mute if you're not on the screen here. I'm muting. There we go. Now we're back. I can't ignore the fact that like a true, bucket getter, which is something the Sixers vitally needed in Jared Butler. Maybe he's available there in the second round. So I'm going to go a B- for the Sixers. Jared Springer, which I'm sure he's going to be very solid. Clearly, on-ball defender, he's very strong at. He's very good at, creating for others, but not exactly where I would have went here with pick number 28. I thought Miles McBride would have been a little bit of a better choice, and I thought, obviously, Jared Butler would have been a better choice. Tiago, how would you grade this selection?
A-, B+ range. I thought that I just think that it's just a solid pick. I mean, I would have gone the Jared Butler route, but I just think the teams are worried about him, man. Like there's something there, even though he came out clean on the medical. I think teams are worried, and if you take him off your board, it's between him and Sharif Cooper, and Deuce McBride, and I think you can't go wrong with either of those three. I thought the Springer, perhaps I would put him one step below McBride, but I think his growth potential is probably the most out of those three. So A-, B+.
I think what I'm going to remember at most about this draft is Quentin Grimes at 25, 26, Bones Highland, Cam Thomas at 27. That's what I'm going to be like watching this entire next season. Austin, how would you grade this pick?
I would say it's a B+. I think he gives them some competence and something they can trust as a perimeter defender and as an on-ball defender. The shooting splits do concern, but super athletic because it has a natural ability for scoring the ball. So I think it's a pick that if you can sort of groom and normalize that shooting, to be a really solid player.
What about you, Joey?
Yeah, I think I give it a B+. I mean, it's a great value pick at 28. He's super young, but he'll still be able to contribute right away in spot minutes, and it's something that they can really start to work on down the road as a hopeful, maybe a long-term piece. So I give it a B+.
All right. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, I'll give it an A-. I'm even maybe closer to an A. I had him on my list of 4 guys that I wanted there. I only really wanted 4 guys that were available. I had him 3rd overall in terms of best available. I would have preferred Butler and Ayo. You look at their college production, and it was on a way different level than any of the other guys available. But I don't think I can be too upset about the 3rd overall guy on my board going at 28, a guy I have at 18, and a guy that was projected in the lottery a lot of this year, a guy that was projected in the top 20. I mean, Joey can attest to this for sure, putting together the mock things. This guy was top 20 for the last few months, like pretty comfortably. And so he's fallen, obviously. We don't know what that reason is, but we don't know what the reason is for Jared Butler. I mean, we think we do. And Ayo, the reason is age. The reason with Miles McBride, who knows? Obviously, when you get this late in the draft, you're taking your preference on a guy. And I think Jaden Springer is an interesting way to split the difference a little bit. It's a way to take a guy who, like Joey said, I think he can play right now, and like everyone else said, has such high upside. You look at everything that he can do right now at the insanely young age that he's at. I think he's still 18. So I think that he's got tremendous upside while still being able to contribute right now because of his defensive versatility mainly.
All right, let's wrap it up, guys. That is our show here with the Sixers first round pick, Jaden Springer, to the Philadelphia 76ers at number 28. We're going to return back to our NBA draft watch party, and we'll be back on another stream when the Sixers pick in the 2nd round. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll catch you back. Go ahead, Mark. Yeah.
This guy had a question. I just hope Portland likes him and he's part of the Dame package. I did have this thought. Jaden Springer is the type of a high upside guy that you could take at this point and then maybe sell as part of a trade package. I'm not saying that that's why they took him. I'm just saying that, keep that in the back of your mind.
Or if they trade Maxey, you have another guy in your system with 57 people.
That makes a lot more sense.
Absolutely.
That makes a lot more sense if that happens. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you love the Sixers, give this video a like. If you love the NBA draft, give this video a double like. And please be sure to subscribe